We are back again. Welcome back to Kosi's Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi, and thank you people for waiting for me when I was away. I'm back with another transfer video, another transfer update. Mesut Ozil is gone, so Arsenal is looking at a couple of replacements for him. And we're going to be discussing that in a moment, but we shall be discussing Bellerin as well. He's wanted at PSG. Mauricio Pochettino has already started his hunt for players from down from the Premier League. He wants Dele Alli, he wants Hector Bellerin. What are your thoughts on Bellerin leaving the club? We'll be talking about Alexander Lacazette to Real Madrid. Let's go of Luka Jovic back to Frankfurt on a loan deal, which I think must be made permanent. I don't think Luka Jovic is going to be that kind of player that will play football at Real Madrid. And now Madrid wants to take on Alexander Lacazette, who has been in fine form for Arsenal. We're going to be discussing that, and of course the possibility of Arsenal getting a new goalkeeper in Caludalo, the Newcastle goalkeeper. We played him 2 times this season, actually in a space of 1 week, and he did score. He did concede 5 goals against us. Is he that kind of? Is he that good? Is he that kind of goalkeeper that Arsenal should go for? I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on that, and of course the big update of how Sam Aouar from Fabrizio Romano. He says Arsenal still want Sam Aouar. He is our number one target, and if we are going to go for any player in the in that creative area, it's going to be Sam Aouar. And he says Arsenal are still very, very confident that they will complete the transfer of Sam Aouar. So we are going to be discussing that and more. Smash the like button. Get your subscriptions in. Comment with what you think about these stories, and of course, give me a thumbs up on this. On every story. Like I said, your likes, your subscriptions make this channel work. We are moving very fast to 19,000 subscribers, around 23 subscribers to reach there. That really makes a lot of sense. And I said, let's just do that this week, and it's over and it's off the table. So let's get the party started, and I'll start with Alexander Lacazette going to Real Madrid last summer. All of us were not sure, should he stay, should he go. I had a couple of people on this channel tell me, because he's a good player, he should stay. He's a backup for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. He should stay, okay. And I had a number of other people telling me, Alexander Lacazette has not performed to the expectations of this football club. The 45-50 million we invested in him, that money has not been proven worth. So, and many people tell me because he should leave. Right now, Madrid is interested, and his contract is not yet renewed, but he's left with 1 year. That is, if we enter the summer, he'll be left with 1 year. Is this where we need to pull the plug? Is this where we need to let Alexander Lacazette go and get in a younger striker and trust the young strikers? And I say this when we were talking about Balogun, and I say that if you want to sell a striker right now, it should be Alexander Lacazette. The young guns, the young players have already shown you that they're this reliable. They're that reliable. They can do it game in, game out. They can be that consistent, and they have the hunger to play for Arsenal game in, game out. So, for me, if Real Madrid is giving us 25 million, I'll take it. Because I don't think Alexander Lacazette is going to have a lively season where he's going to score 30 goals no more. I don't think it's going to happen. So I would sell him 25 million or 30 million. That is the price we should be looking at. But you could also look at a possibility where you have Alexander Lacazette stay, because he's been very, very, very brilliant with Emile Smith-Rowe. So if Arsenal and Mikel Arteta think that they're going to use Emile Smith-Rowe, the partnership between these two players, and Smith-Rowe was talking about it yesterday on Sky, and he said the partnership between I and Alexander Lacazette has really helped me a lot in my career at Arsenal. So let us wait and see. But Real Madrid is interested. Do you sell him now? Is this time is it time to pull the plug on Alexander Lacazette, or do we still have some more hope onto the player? We'll be talking about that if anything develops in that situation. I want us to drive back to Sam Aouar in the summer, but not this time, not in last summer, But in the coming summer, because Fabrizio Romano said that Arsenal need a creative player, and they have confirmed that, and Edu did confirm that we do need a creative player, and we are going to sign a creative player. That is what he said. He did confirm it. I don't know whether he said that because of the pressure, because there's a lot of pressure then. When he spoke these statements, as compared to right now. Right now, Arsenal do not have pressure. We have won 4 of our last 5 games, and we are unbeaten in our last 5 games, and we have a clean sheet in our last 5 games. So, you could see the environment. It's changed. It's really different. So, right now, if Edu was to speak about transfers, I highly, highly doubt he would have the same vigor and enthusiasm he had 5 weeks ago when we were losing game in, game out. So I think those statements could have been said out of out of what? Out of sheer, I don't know. But let us look at this. Fabrizio Romano says that Arsenal are very, very confident that they will go for the signature of Houssem Aouar. Now that Mesut Ozil is gone off the table, they are still looking at Houssem Aouar, and they are tipped to complete that signing. And of course, when we talk about Houssem Aouar right now, it's obviously not in the January transfer window. It is in the summer. So we might see ourselves stick with Emile Smith Rowe until the end of the season, and then probably we go for a creative player. And that takes me to my Emile Smith Rowe debate today. Should we stay with Emile Smith Rowe as our number 10? He's proven. He's really proven. I like that boy. I've always wanted him to play. Ever since the day I saw him play under Arsene Wenger, I've wanted him to play for us now. And when he has played, he has not disappointed. He's a very, very, very world-class youngster. Very, very, very good player. So, being the fact that we want Houssem Aouar and no one other, because look, we've been looking at many players, and Fabrizio Romano said we have to ship players out of the door. We have done that. Ozil is off the table. Sid Kolasinac is off. Probably Balogun is gonna be off as soon as possible. Then you have you have a couple of players leaving, and more players to leave, of course, in the summer. Now, is Arsenal going to go and bring in a creative player? It's time when we go back with being linked with the Houssem Aouar, a deal that we all know is going to happen, if it might happen, in the summer, not in the January transfer window. Maybe Arsenal is not looking to bring in a creative piece this season, or we might do a loan deal. Of course, Joshua says the situation, the financial situation at Arsenal does not guarantee or does not permit us to go in there and sign a number 10 or an expensive signing. And all of us do understand it has been a very, very hard time for Arsenal, a very, very hard time for clubs, with these economic constraints and economic disadvantages caused by COVID-19 and Corona. So you do understand if Arsenal do not go in for a number 10, and then we get a number 10 in the summer. But I still think Partey, Emile Smith Rowe, Granit Xhaka, Willian, and a couple of other players, if Mikel Arteta can just confirm that blueprint we are seeing these days, I think we are good to go. Mesut Ozil has left the club officially. You guys need to know that. He is now a Fenerbahce player in Turkey. We did terminate his contract. I'm not going to talk about Mesut Ozil because I know that there is a time when I'm going to talk about him when we discuss his possible replacement. Emi Buendia, Houssem Aouar, Isco, who is going to be that man that replaces Mesut Ozil at Arsenal. We had a chance to sign Dominic Szoboszlai. We never went in for that. That means that we still have to answer that question as well. Hector Bellerin and Carlo Dallo will be the last two pieces of stories I discuss. Bellerin is linked with PSG, again, because he was linked with the club in the summer. We wanted 35 million. We wanted 35 million in Hector Bellerin, and PSG was not ready to pay that. They wanted an initial loan deal, which would then cost them 25 million to make it permanent for the player, and Arsenal did not actually agree with that. Mikel Arteta went on to give him games, match day in, match day out, and it seems that he has been one of the cores at Arsenal, not in performance, but because he starts every match. So right now, PSG is back. Mauricio Pochettino is looking to raid the Premier League to get some players to take to PSG because he has just been appointed as manager there. Again, it's like the Alexander Lacazette debate. In the summer, many of my fans on this channel told me, because no, let him stay. Let him stay. Don't sell Hector Bellerin. Not even midway the season, 10 games down the road, everybody was like, he should leave this football club. And I've got, I had a couple of players who told me, a couple of fans who told me, Kosi, Bellerin should leave this football club. He's not good enough. Blah 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 blah. You still remember those stories there. And now the big question is, do you go out there and okay, is it time to pull the plug on Hector Bellerin? Is it time to pull the plug? I'll leave that question to you. And then Carlo Dallo, Newcastle goalkeeper. Well, let me tell you, I think he's a fine goalkeeper. I don't not rate him so much, but I rate him higher than Runarsson. Yeah? And right now, we can't finish the January transfer window without getting a goalkeeper. That would be ridiculous. Ridiculous. You can't. We just can't afford to go out there in the January transfer window, get out of it without a goalkeeper. And now we are looking at Carlo Dallo, a goalkeeper that I think is a little bit decent, but is he to the level that when Leno gets injured, he can back him up? That's the big question. Well, I think he's a good goalkeeper for FA Cup, and when you're playing Sheffield, I think he has that confidence. He's been playing the Premier League, and he would be a little bit cheaper because, of course, when you're looking at Arsenal transfers, you've got to think about that. But is it a quality that can stand in for Leno when Leno is injured? Well, I don't think so. But we are yet to see if Arsenal really are serious about Carlo Dallo. That has been the big transfer update around Arsenal. And I'll come back with more. Like I said, I'll come back with the 5 players that will replace Mesut Ozil, or that have the potential to replace Mesut Ozil of Arsenal. The first one is Emile Smith-Rowe, and the others will be coming in the video. Tune in, and I'll speak to you very, very soon.